If you were to look forward 10 years, what would give you sort of the metric to say that, yeah, I think we spent the first 10 years gaining knowledge and structure and approach, and we've understood how to do it. And we spent the next 10 years, what would you want to have accomplished? Would you like to have seen changed? Um, and it could be metrics, it could be sentiment, it could be anything. I'm not giving you the measure of which to say it, but what would make you feel satisfied that we had moved forward in a journey?
So I think for any success, right? So what would make me satisfied is that when I'm not an outlier, I want to see more marginal people in positions of power across, right? I want to see queer, I want to see Dalit, I want to see people with disabilities, I want to see underrepresented minorities in general um, occupy positions of power across, whether in the government, whether in universities, whether in firms like ours or yours. Because I think historically you've seen that. It's only when you have a seat at the table, that's when you have the access to actually bring about change. And that's how, when other people also recognize you and your needs as valid, because otherwise, the majority or the mainstream is imagining what it wants of you. If your innovation department in any big company has 10 men, they're imagining what women need, as opposed to just hiring a couple of women in the team and saying, let's just ask them instead of designing for them, right? Likewise, so because I think some years ago we began a journey in talking about looking below the surface, looking at changes, looking what all of this is about. 10 years later, I think I would like my legacy to be that seat at that table, because I'm kind of exhausted being the token whatever voice in these panels, in these forums, in these conversations, whereas I see all around me incredibly talented people who are much more brilliant than me, but who, I've been very blessed because of the certain kind of privileges I've had to be to be able to access some of the spaces I've had. So I would like there to be much more representation on all tables. And I see that in that there will be benefits for not just the people who are having the seats at the table, but for everyone at large.